friends, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time joining, I am Jennifer, a full-time reseller. Welcome to my weekly What Sold video. Today is going to be a little bit different because it's later in the week. I'm recording this on Tuesday morning. I've been out of town this weekend with my sister, so I put a 3-day shipping handling time on my store. Unfortunately, it's never flawless. There was still a few items that sold that came in with my 1-day shipping, so hubby shipped that out yesterday for me, so that's not going to be in today's video, but I will include everything else that went out this weekend. It was still a pretty good weekend. I think after traveling so much, I haven't been able to put full focus into my eBay business. We had the Disney trip, we had the fiasco with the lawsuit, we've got this trip with my sister. Now it's time to settle down, get my head in the game, organize some things. Like behind the camera, you don't see it, my inventory space. I've got all this stuff on the floor. I don't like that. I got to get that stuff up on the shelves and make room for new inventory. But like I said, it's just been a chaotic 3 weeks and I'm ready to get my head in the game. So we've got 19 items going out on eBay for a gross total just over $1,200. Full disclosure, someone asked this in the comments of the last What Sold video, why my numbers aren't matching up. Because right now I'm directly in eBay and it says that my sold total is $1,220 and 18 cents. But then what I do is after I package everything in my spreadsheet, I just do formulas for cost of good, total sold, which is the amount they paid plus shipping. And then I calculate the eBay fees, which is 13% plus, gosh, I think it's 30 cents. They need to update it. I think they changed their fees, but 30% plus 30 cents per item. I minus that. I minus my cost of shipping to get my net total. And that's what you see at the end of these videos when I give you a screenshot of what sold or my sold totals. So they don't always line up, and I don't know why. I think maybe this $1,200 might include tax. I don't know. So the actual totals will be at the end of this video in a nice little screenshot, pretty thing, to tell you how much I actually made from the weekend. So right now we're starting with $1,200, but I'm probably going to profit maybe $800, roughly. That's my guess. Again, I haven't gone through it yet, but that's my guess, and you'll see at the very end. So let's dive into these 19 items. I want to show you everything and tell you where I got it, how much I paid for it, and if I would buy it again, I guess. So first item, I'm going to try and keep this in order so I don't get lost in my list. True Religion jeans. This is from my boot dealer. I purchased jeans at $10 a pair, and these guys, they're a little slow to sell, but they're consistent. True Religion is a high-end jean brand. They do really well for me. These are like a corduroy felty type material. And they sold for $44 plus shipping. All right, then we've got, this one's actually a doozy of a sale. This one just came in, and I'm going to include it today. They are 3M Surgical Clipper Blade Assembly. All right, everyone's saying you can't do prescription. I get that. You cannot list prescription items. These do not say prescription on it. It would say RX. Okay, so this isn't the actual trimmer. They're just the blade tops. So it's no different than like a shaver refill. No shavers? No, your toothbrushes. I list shaver refills all the time, like Gillette shaves stuff, or like that's okay. Basically, shaver refills. These are not prescription. Yeah, I don't see prescription anywhere on it. So this is a full box. We've got 50 refills in here. Yep, it's a 50 pack. This sold for $250. Holy smokes. What did I pay for this guy? 3M. What did I pay for you? $3 at my Amazon bins. $3. I'm guessing somebody bought them and returned them because maybe they didn't fit their item? I don't know. Yeah, but either way, this guy sold for $250. Wow, mind blown. All right, let's go. I sold a tree stump. Tree stump. Lee Max Lemax is a serious bolo. Spooky Town will actually do better than a lot of the Christmas villages. Probably because I don't know if they still make it. If they do, they kind of they change pieces every year, and people like to collect old pieces. So this originally was $25. You get them at Michael's. It was originally $25. I paid, gosh, this was an old lot. I paid, oh, I don't remember. I paid for 2 huge buckets of Lemax Spooky Town stuff. And this had like tons and tons of houses and accessories, and I'm in it, several hundreds of dollars of profit. This is one of the last pieces to sell, and I took an offer of $20. So when I say that I took an offer, sometimes in the screenshot that my husband puts in, because on this screen, it doesn't tell me if I took an offer. It shows it on a different screen when he goes back to my what sold. eBay's weird. So it'll have a line through it when it says, when I'll verbally say this sold for $20, on here it tells me they paid $20. But when it goes back to my what sold and it pulls from my original listing, it may say $30, $35, and then a line through it. So that's what you're seeing right now on the side. I don't see that yet. That's done in post-production. So I'm telling you what it actually sold for. And I believe this was an offer. All right. And if it wasn't an offer, it won't be crossed out. You'll see the actual price in that listing. Okay. So I want you guys to know that that's not something I'm doing intentional. It's just how we piece these videos at the end. I go through based on my shipping agenda, and then he goes in after the fact into my what sold section and screen captures that. So those numbers may not be lining up to what you're actually seeing versus what is coming out of my mouth. All right, so we've got some Doc Martens. These are definitely worn. They are heavy. These are steel toe work boots, Doc Marten safety shoes. Definitely worn. I put that in the pictures. The toes are kind of frayed. Like these are just, they're definitely worn. Lots of life left in. I mean, they're Doc Martens. So I paid $15 for these at Goodwill of all places. And they sold for $45. I believe that was an offer as well, but don't hold me to it. We've got a Bosley hair system. I paid $45 for a box at an estate sale with all the shampoos and conditioners and combs and accessories and like a full set of Bosley stuff. This was just the comb, and it's called a laser comb. And this guy sold for $70 plus shipping. And I'm already well into the profit of this because a lot of those shampoos already sold. We've got another good one here.
Charging.
This was, okay, you need to stop charging. We're just going to unplug that. Okay. This was a Bins $15 day hyperdrive. It is a USB-C docking station. It is new open box is what I put it as. And it sold for $70. And that might be free shipping. That's got to be where it's getting the number because it's telling me 70 is what it sold for. 75 is the sold total. So that's including $5 in tax. It would say $80, $90 if they paid for shipping. So, I don't know. eBay's weird with their numbers. Okay, we've got an Evermedia gamer recorder thing. I know these because I am married into a gamer family. So these little guys go into your devices, whether it's your PC, your computer, that's a PC, your Xbox, your PlayStation, whatever, and it can record your gameplay. And I believe it'll stream it too. Capture 4K play. I think it streams. Okay, don't hold me to that. But it is in its box. It is new, or I put it as used, I believe, because I wasn't 100% that it's new. But it is complete. It's got its cables. It's got the box. And it sold for $107. And this was $15 at the bins. We've got a universal ceiling fan remote. Brand new at a garage sale. I probably overpaid, but this was a sale that I was so excited. I bought a new grill. It was one of those like infrared flameless outdoor grills, kind of like a fancy George Foreman. And I was so excited she had it for like $100 and we've been looking for one. So I'm like, oh yes, I have to get that grill, but oh, while I'm at it, I'll pay $5 for the ceiling fan remote. It sold for $20. Still worth it, yes, but normally I should have only paid $1 or $2 for it. If I were paying more attention and not So excited about my new grill. Okay, we got some Birkenstocks. These are some older ones. I can tell by the dust. They're more of that like platinum, or what is that called? Patent leather, like the shiny leather. They're actually in really good condition. These are the Berkey's edition of Birkenstocks. And I think I paid $2 a pair at a garage sale. I bought a bunch of them. And they sold for $40. So those were, Birkenstocks will always be a boatload. These ones, I won't even say they're new. Like, these are in amazing, amazing condition. You'll usually get like toe wear, where you can see the outline of every sweaty toe that was in it. These don't have that. They don't have the wear on the bottom. They're just excellent condition. So $40 all day long. We've got some cosmetics here. Number 7 Laboratories. This was a garage sale for $2. It is brand new. Sold for $23. We've got some UFOs. What a fun name is that? All right. They are these funky looking sandals. UFO. I've found these before in the past, and they've done well for me. So now anytime I see them, I grab them. I paid $10 for these shoes at the thrift store, my local thrift store's Fancy Day. I think in my last video I flubbed and said it's once a month. It's not. It's like once a year, twice a year that they do this fancy sale of items that they would normally put on eBay, but instead they put it on the floor of the thrift store and hike the price up. So a few things I find there. One was that pasta maker I mentioned, I think last week. And the second thing are these UFOs. So $10 and just got the price off of them right before I put them on the table. And they sold for $60. Definite below. We got more cosmetics. Mix Soon Bean Essence. Open box up at the top. But the item inside is brand new. I looked at all the pictures, and that's what it looks like when it's full. And he sold, I paid $1. Bins sold for $27. We've got a Game Boy knockoff. So these are selling really well for me. I've sold 2 of them. There was one that I think it was the Game Boy one that sold for like 60 or 70, but it was like brand spanking new. This one is not new. It's got a couple screen scuffs. So it is listed and sold as used, but what's super cool about it is it's fully loaded with games. So it's got your Donkey Kong, it's got your Mario, it's got all the games preloaded. So this would be any kid's dream if they knew how good a Game Boy was. Now they've got tablets and YouTubes, and there's no competing. But this guy was $15 bin find and sold for $53. So it is not a Game Boy. It's an Anbernic, A-N-B-E-R-N-I-C, Anbernic little Game Boy-like device. These are fun. I paid $1 for all of these little salt and pepper shakers. They're just little stainless steel, adorable little salt and pepper shakers. They say on the bottom, sterling. So that is why I grabbed them. Normally, I would not have grabbed these, but they're sterling silver. So I know somebody's going to want these. And they did. So I sold the set of 4 for $25. We've got some more shoes. These Ultras. These are definitely worn, but not awful. I always show a picture of the bottom of the shoe when I'm selling them. I believe I paid $2 at a church sale, if my memory suits me right. Sold for $28. Plus shipping. We've got Moist Heat. A back wrap. This was $5 bins find. And this guy sold for $25. And really quick. I think I only had that like a week. Changing time. I bought it because it's so old. It's a changing pad from like the 1970s. Okay, 1980s. 85. Sassy. I was 1 when this guy came out. Yeah, it says late 70s, but then they copywrote it maybe in the 80s. Either way, it is a really old changing pad. I paid $1 or $2. It sold for $17. Would I buy it again? No. It was just really cool. So that is why I got it. This took way longer to sell than I ever thought she would. I paid $1 at a garage sale for an American Girl doll. No joke. She is legit American Girl with an American Girl outfit. She's actually in really good condition. Her hair is smooth. Yeah, she's a beauty.
She's lazy-eyed.
She's not lazy-eyed. Her eyes open just fine. Okay, so she sold for $39. And on sale. She was 35% off. And then it finally sold. Maybe American Girl is kind of losing her luster. Then we got a DeMarco. No, we don't. Demarini bat. Voodoo bat. I don't remember what I paid for this. I want to say it was either 2 or 4 at my local Goodwill. So it sold for $25 or $24 plus shipping. All right, my friends, that wraps everything up. If you haven't already, make sure down in the description you grab my free bolo list. I mention a lot of bolos in these videos, but if you want a version that you can take on the go, PDF is yours to download in the description, free of charge. And it mentions all the top brands to watch for when you're just starting out as an eBay reseller. As always, I appreciate any subscriptions to the channel. Hit that sub button. Get notified by hitting the bell. Like the video. Thumbs up, Welcome to everybody who has joined this channel recently. I greatly appreciate it. I love doing these videos and showing my reselling life, the highs and the lows. And I guess that wraps it up. So thank you guys so much for watching and have a fabulous week. Take care.